13. California cities show significant price-to-income ratio disparities in 2026, with median home prices ranging from 8 to 25 times median household incomes, illustrating the substantial affordability challenges facing residents in communities where housing costs have substantially outpaced local wage growth. Before we dive into the cities, I need to be extremely clear about something. Nothing in this video is financial, investment, or real estate advice. What I'm providing here is analysis and commentary on publicly available housing data, income statistics, and affordability metrics. The California Association of Realtors indicates buyers need approximately $213,000 annual income to qualify for a mortgage on an $869,000 home at current rates with 20% down. California's median household income is approximately $80,000, meaning the vast majority of residents cannot afford median-priced housing based on traditional lending standards. In some cities, this affordability gap is even more pronounced. Let's examine 13 where price-to-income ratios significantly exceed healthy market norms. Number 13. Oxnard. Oxnard in Ventura County has population around 200,000 and sits on the coast between Los Angeles and Santa Barbara. The city has agricultural economy roots with substantial produce farming. Median home prices are approximately $750,000. The overvaluation rate, according to analysis, is 10.9%, with value-to-income ratio of 7.9. That means homes cost nearly 8 times median household income. For context, healthy ratios typically range from 3 to 4. Oxnard nearly doubles that threshold. The disconnect is geographic. Coastal Ventura County location between wealthy communities like Thousand Oaks, Camarillo, and Santa Barbara creates price floor unrelated to local wages. Workers who drive the agricultural economy cannot afford Oxnard housing, commuting from more affordable inland areas. Over 20% of listings have had price reductions, indicating sellers discover $750,000 is challenging in a city where average household income is around $80,000. When homes cost nearly 10 times income and mortgage rates exceed 6%, affordability becomes severely constrained. Number 12. Pasadena. Pasadena, northeast of downtown Los Angeles, has population around 140,000. Home to the Rose Bowl, Caltech, Norton Simon Museum, and Old Town Pasadena's walkable shopping district, the city offers charm, history, and culture. Median home prices approach $1.1 million, while median household income is approximately $75,000. That's a price-to-income ratio of nearly 15 to 1. Traditional lending standards cannot accommodate 15 to 1 ratios without substantial down payments and dual high incomes. Gentrification waves over the past decade pushed prices in formerly middle-class neighborhoods to levels middle-class buyers cannot afford. Bungalows that sold for $400,000 a decade ago now list at $1 million. The rental market reflects similar strain. Young professionals and families who would have purchased in Pasadena now rent indefinitely because entry prices exceed reach. Renters who cannot afford Pasadena rents relocate to Inland Empire, commuting back for work. Number 11. Napa. Napa, in the heart of California's wine region, has population around 80,000. The global tourism premium has created housing market disconnect from local economic reality. Median homes are approximately $850,000, while median household income is about $70,000, creating a 12 to 1 ratio. Tourism drives prices in multiple ways. Wealthy visitors purchase second homes or retirement properties, competing with cash offers against local families needing mortgages. Short-term rental markets converted substantial housing from residential to vacation rental use, reducing supply for residents and driving prices higher. Workers who serve wine, food, and maintain vineyards cannot afford Napa housing, commuting from Vallejo, Fairfield, and American Canyon, adding 45 minutes to an hour each direction. Climate change affects growing conditions. Wildfire smoke has impacted harvests. Younger generations consume less wine than previous generations. These economic engine challenges haven't appeared in home prices yet, but when the industry supporting Napa's premium wobbles, housing markets built on that premium will adjust. Number 10. Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz on northern Monterey Bay has population around 65,000. Home to UC Santa Cruz, a famous boardwalk, and surf culture, it's among California's most beautiful coastal settings and most expensive markets. Median homes are approximately $1.1 million. Median household income is about $80,000, creating nearly 14-to-1 ratio. The housing shortage is severe. Geographic constraints include ocean, mountains, and agricultural land limiting buildable area. Residents historically resisted new development, creating supply bottleneck keeping prices elevated beyond local economic support. UC Santa Cruz employs thousands, but faculty and staff housing remains an ongoing crisis. The university built on-campus employee housing because people cannot find affordable local options. When public universities must house professors because local markets are too expensive, fundamental dysfunction exists. Tech money from Silicon Valley compounds challenges. Santa Cruz is 30 minutes from San Jose. Tech workers with $200,000 salaries purchase homes as lifestyle choice, competing against local teachers, firefighters, and restaurant workers earning fractions of that. The result is a city serving two completely different economic classes. Number 9, Burlingame. Burlingame on the San Francisco Peninsula between San Francisco and Silicon Valley has population around 31,000. Located along Caltrain corridor less than 10 minutes from San Francisco International Airport, most people outside the Bay Area haven't heard of it, yet home prices are staggering. Median homes are approximately $2.2 million. Median household income is about $140,000. A $2.2 million mortgage at current rates means monthly payments exceeding $12,000 before property taxes and insurance. Even households earning $140,000 cannot comfortably afford that without closer to $400,000 household income. Burlingame's appeal is location. It's walkable. Downtown Burlingame Avenue has boutique shops, restaurants, and European Village feel rare in suburban California. Schools are excellent. Proximity to San Francisco and Silicon Valley makes it logical for dual-income tech couples. However, none of this justifies $2.2 million for modest three-bedroom ranch homes built in the 1950s. Houses are small, 1,500 to 2,000 square feet on tiny lots. Buyers aren't paying for houses. They're paying for location between two of the world's most expensive job markets. Number 8, San Luis Obispo. San Luis Obispo on the Central Coast has population around 47,000. Multiple happiness rankings have damaged housing affordability substantially. Median homes are approximately $950,000. Median household income is about $75,000, creating nearly 13-to-1 ratio. Happiness rankings turned San Luis Obispo into a brand. Magazine articles, lifestyle blogs, and retirement guides featured the city as ideal living location. People from Los Angeles and San Francisco purchased second homes and retirement properties. Outside money demand pushed prices beyond local economic support. Cal Poly San Luis Obispo provides economic stability, but university professors struggle to afford homes within reasonable campus commutes. When university faculty cannot purchase homes in cities where they teach, markets have failed fundamentally. The rental market shows equal strain. Students compete with young professionals and retirees for limited housing. Rents are high for city size. Vacancy rates approach zero. New construction has been slow due to geographic constraints and community growth resistance. Number 7, Anaheim. Anaheim in Orange County has population around 350,000. Home to Disneyland, Angel Stadium, and Honda Center, recent analysis from major real estate companies suggests the Anaheim housing market may not return to historical affordability norms. Median homes are approximately $950,000. Mortgage payment to income ratios have reached levels described as detached from historical norms. Even if mortgage rates dropped to 4%, Anaheim homes would remain unaffordable for average residents based on current prices. The Disney effect is measurable. Disneyland employs over 30,000 people directly and supports tens of thousands more in hotels, restaurants, and tourism services. Those jobs don't pay Disney-level housing prices. Cast members earning $40,000 to $50,000 annually cannot afford $950,000 homes. Disney attracts visitors who spend money flowing through local economy, inflating property values, benefiting owners but devastating prospective buyers. Convention center, sports teams, and entertainment district add to Anaheim's destination city profile. Destination city prices are set by visitors and investors, not residents and workers. Teachers, nurses, firefighters, and hospitality staff commute from Riverside, San Bernardino, and beyond because they cannot afford living in the city where they work. Number 6. Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara, called the American Riviera, has Mediterranean climate, red tile roofs, mountains meeting ocean, and wine country proximity. It's among North America's most beautiful cities and California's most overvalued housing markets. Median homes are approximately $1.5 million. Median household income is about $85,000, creating nearly 18-to-1 ratio. Workers who keep Santa Barbara functioning don't live there. They commute. Teachers, nurses, firefighters, restaurant workers, hotel staff drive from Ventura, Lompoc, Santa Maria, and Santa Ynez Valley. Some commutes are 45 minutes to an hour each way through winding mountain roads. The reason is simple. No version of $85,000 annual income supports $1.5 million mortgages requiring $300,000 down payments and $8,000 monthly payments. Supply constraints worsen challenges. Santa Barbara is bounded by ocean and Santa Ynez Mountains. There's physically minimal buildable area. The city is essentially full, and existing homeowners consistently opposed significant new development, protecting property values at prospective buyer expense. Number 5. Irvine. Irvine, a master-planned Orange County city with population around 300,000, consistently ranks among America's safest cities. Schools are top-tier, parks are manicured. Everything about Irvine is designed to feel perfect, and price tags reflect that. Median homes are approximately $1.3 million for three-bedroom houses in planned communities with HOAs regulating details like front door colors. Price-to-income ratio is extreme. Median household income in Irvine is about $110,000, creating nearly 12-to-1 ratio. That income figure is inflated by tech and biotech workers earning well above median. For families earning actual median income, $1.3 million homes require $260,000 down payments and monthly payments approaching $7,000. On $110,000 annual income, that's over 75% of gross income to housing. The irony is that safety and planning justifying the premium create blandness. Neighborhoods look identical. Strip malls are cookie-cutter. HOAs are restrictive. There's no real downtown, no grit, no character. For families with young children, the trade-off might work. Schools genuinely are excellent. Parks genuinely are safe. But paying $1.3 million for optimization without soul is challenging when alternatives exist at half the cost. Number 4. Cupertino. Cupertino in Santa Clara County has population around 60,000. As Apple headquarters location, that single fact transformed a quiet suburb into among the nation's most overvalued housing markets. Median homes are approximately $3 million for ranch-style homes built in the 1960s with 1,500 square feet and one-car garages. Houses are worth perhaps $200,000. Land is worth $2.8 million. Justification is always schools. Cupertino Union School District and Fremont Union High School District are among California's highest performing. Asian American families particularly have driven demand for homes zoned to these schools, pushing prices to extreme levels. Modest homes on quiet Cupertino streets cost more than waterfront estates in most other states. Drive through Cupertino and you see ranch after ranch. Small lots, aging roofs, single-story homes that would sell for $300,000 in Texas or $400,000 in Colorado cost $3 million here due to school district and proximity to Apple. When Apple sneezes, Cupertino catches cold. The city's economy and housing market depend dangerously on a single corporation. If Apple relocated headquarters, if tech industry shifted fundamentally, or if remote work permanently reduced campus proximity need, the premium justifying these prices would evaporate. Number 3. Santa Monica. Santa Monica, on Los Angeles' west side sitting on the Pacific Ocean, has population around 90,000. The Santa Monica Pier, 3rd Street Promenade, Montana Avenue, and Ocean Avenue are iconic California addresses with detached home prices. Median homes are approximately $1.8 million, but that includes condos pulling averages down. Single-family homes routinely start at $2.5 million and increase from there. Two-bedroom condos cost over $1 million. Tear-down lots in decent neighborhoods sell for $1.5 million just for land. Median household income is about $95,000, creating over 25-to-1 price-to-income ratio for single-family homes. Santa Monica housing prices are supported by forces unrelated to local incomes. Entertainment industry money, tech company offices including former Google and Snap headquarters nearby, international buyers treating Santa Monica real estate as savings accounts, and geographic constraints limiting supply. Walk 2 blocks inland from Ocean Avenue and encounter one of Southern California's most visible homelessness situations. The contrast between $2 million condos and tent cities 2 blocks away viscerally illustrates California's housing crisis. Paying $2 million to live where the city cannot house its own residents indicates market dysfunction. Number 2, Palo Alto. Palo Alto in Santa Clara County has population around 68,000. Home to Stanford University, birthplace of Silicon Valley where Hewlett-Packard started and venture capital was invented, Palo Alto mythology is part of American business history. Prices are extraordinary. Median homes are approximately $3.5 million. Average homes, not exceptional ones, cost more than luxury Manhattan apartments, Hawaiian beachfront homes, or most people's lifetime earnings. Median household income is about $175,000. Even at that inflated number, price-to-income ratio is 20-to-1. That income figure is skewed by tech founders, venture capitalists, and Stanford faculty earning multiples of median. Dual-income tech couples making $300,000 annually still struggle to afford median Palo Alto homes without massive down payments. People priced out aren't low-income workers. They're doctors, lawyers, senior engineers earning in America's top 5% who cannot afford homes in this city. When top 5% earners cannot afford you, you're beyond typical overvaluation categories. Stanford brings prestige, jobs, and intellectual culture justifying some premium. But Stanford sits on 8,000 acres it will never sell, permanently constraining buildable area. Supply can never catch up because the largest landowner never releases land. And number 1, Los Gatos. Los Gatos, a small town of about 33,000 people in Santa Cruz Mountains foothills at Silicon Valley's southern end, has tree-lined streets, charming downtown, and quiet suburban feel, making it look like any upscale American small town except for prices. Median homes exceed $3 million. Some neighborhoods average $4 to $5 million. This isn't San Francisco. This isn't Manhattan. This is a town of 33,000 with no major employer headquartered within borders. Netflix was technically founded here, but headquarters is Los Gatos in name only. Actual campus is modest. Company impact on local housing is minimal compared to broader Silicon Valley effect. Los Gatos has no unique economic engine. No port, no major industry, no university, no military base. What it has is a zip code at Silicon Valley's edge, good schools, tree cover, and a downtown with wine bars and boutique shops. That's the entire justification for $3 million homes. Price-to-income ratio is among the most extreme of any small California city. Even with Silicon Valley's inflated incomes, the gap between what homes cost and what people earn is staggering. Households earning $200,000 annually, placing them in America's top 10%, cannot comfortably afford median homes here. You need top 2 or 3% American earnings to purchase starter homes in a town most Americans have never heard of. The absurdity peaks examining what $3 million actually purchases: a 3-bedroom house built in the 1960s, maybe 2,000 square feet, small yard, 1 or 2 car garage. In any other state, this house costs $300,000 to $400,000. In Los Gatos, it costs $3 million because of trees, schools, and proximity to people who made tech money. Los Gatos is the purest overvaluation example on this entire list because nothing justifies the price except location. No beach, no skyline, no cultural institution, no global brand. Just a nice town in hills near the richest industry in human history. So those are 13 California cities where home prices show substantial disconnection from local median incomes. From agricultural Oxnard at 8 times income to Los Gatos at ratios that defy traditional categorization, these markets illustrate California's housing affordability crisis. 82% of Californians cannot afford median-priced homes in their own state. In the cities discussed, that number approaches 95%. The affordability challenges are structural. Geographic constraints limit supply. Proximity to high-wage employment centers creates demand from buyers with incomes substantially exceeding local medians. International investment treats California real estate as asset class, disconnected from local wage support. Regulatory environments often restrict new supply construction. These factors combine to create markets where housing costs have diverged substantially from what local economies can support through traditional lending standards. For anyone considering purchasing in these markets, careful financial analysis is essential. Understanding your specific income, savings, down payment capacity, monthly budget tolerance, and long-term financial goals should guide decisions rather than market momentum or fear of missing out. Housing affordability challenges don't necessarily predict price declines, but they do indicate markets where traditional relationships between local wages and housing costs have broken down substantially. That's the breakdown of 13 California cities where price-to-income ratios significantly exceed healthy market norms and what's driving these affordability gaps. Thanks for watching. If you found this analysis helpful, let me know in the comments. Tell me which city's ratio surprised you most, or if you have experience with California housing affordability challenges. And if you want more content breaking down housing market dynamics, affordability metrics, and price-to-income analysis with no hype and no fear-mongering, just data and analysis, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one.